talk such a bitch about creators. And we're streaming. Okay, good. All right, let's talk about the market patterns that I'm seeing here. All right, so I'm going to point some things out. Pay close attention to this graph I have in the bottom left here of the market. It should be in line mode, I guess. Okay, so today we had yesterday we had a strong breakout move. Strong breakout move. Just remember that. Strong breakout move. That's what this one is here. And if we look back, what happens with other strong breakout moves? Well, here's one. The next day is what I'm talking about, not that day. The next day, we get red, squishing, squashing, consolidation, little pullback the next week. And then we get the one strong day move again, just like these, wherever the arrows are here. And then squishy compaction, drop down compaction. And then there's another little strong move right there. And then compaction, strong move, pullback, compaction, strong move. Next day, gap open, red, compaction, compaction, compaction. Are you starting to get a sense for the pattern here? And then if we go back further, we got strong move, pullback, red, red, like compaction type of consolidatory movement. Then we get a move, gaps open higher, back and forth, chop, chop. We get a move, back, pull back, compaction, consolidation, chop, chop, chop. So, um, if there was a way to get a computer to just measure all that right there, I'd have to say it's something like, oh, looking through it, maybe 5 to 1 or 5 to 1 or 6 to 1. So it's like an 80% chop, dilly-dallying, back and forth, and then a little bit of a move. Now the problem is that often that move, that one nice clean move, can be in and below where the chop got us. It's not always a guarantee that just because there's been some chop that we're going to have this huge leap up. I mean, we might, but from a lower price, and we're not going to get any higher. In other words, price can easily lack progress, even on a move like this one's breakout. Like when that move happened right here, it looked just like this. It was like, wow, how high is this going to go? Are we going to go like this? Which, by the way, can happen, but hasn't happened this year yet. It seems to be that after every push comes 5 days of pull on average. And the next day, it looks to me like just about with only maybe one exception right here, the next day is always a gap up and then red pullback day, or simply a pullback day. Doesn't have to gap up. So it's a pullback day. So today, that's maybe what you can expect. Things will be under a bit of pressure from moving yesterday, and we can expect some chop and resistance and compacting and consolidation and today. Uh, but on very rare occasion, um, once per year, you might get really strong follow through for a couple of days, like a crazy green rally breakout run. Bob, welcome in. Welcome in. So we're expecting chop today. we were just talking about. So can you guys clearly see that? I mean, it's kind of hard with the tiny screen share and all, but following any green day, we get chop. We, if I could count up all the examples here to say, is that true or not? I mean, I can see it with my eyes everywhere. It just happens everywhere. Follow up for a green day is chop, especially when it's breaking out. And I see maybe strong green day. I see maybe two exceptions this entire this is a year and a half of data we're looking at. Two days of exceptions. Outside of that, I can see, oh, 30 or 40, where let's just call it 40 because I think that's about right, where the next day did result in either gap open up red pullback chop or just straight chop or straight pullback. It's a never continuation. Interesting, except for the fact that it might gap up then pull back. So 40 versus 2, so 20 to 1, so 5, so 95% chance. 5% of the time, we might get some follow through. 95% of the time, we do not. So you should be okay with missing the 5% of the time we do get follow through. When you hear statistics like that, you should say to yourself, instead of like it moves and it continues, and then you say to yourself, uh, ah shit, man, I wish I loaded the boat yesterday or whatever. Um, you should say, okay, so that's only it's a very rare 5% of the time type of move. You should just be able to just sit back and go, that's okay, whatever. I don't fuck around with that kind of probability. You're not going to bet the farm so you can be wrong 19 times just so you can be right once. That absolutely doesn't make sense, especially with the way things move on those 19 other times. They tend to go sideways, pull back, down, and you're not going to get out with the same amount of money you started with every 19 out of 20 times. And it's not enough of a move the one time for it to make it worth it those other 19 times. All right, let's see. So we've got 13 minutes before the market opens. Again, tomorrow is non-farm payroll information report coming out in the morning. That'll move the market. I don't know which way. Could even go sideways, which won't move the market, but it'll move the market. Even when NFP is released, even if stocks go sideways on the indexes, there's a rotation will happen in and out of certain types of companies in different industries based on the NFP farm roll report, a non-farm payroll farm roll. I have not had my coffee this morning. All right, so like I looked at day trading opportunities VRAX this morning, VRAX, and it's starting to perk up and look like front side of the trade. That means long in basically day trading terminology. Right here. If you are interested in learning more about day trading, look, this is a really interesting thing to notice. VRAX is an excellent example here. VRAX made a move and pulled back. Okay, so then you say, okay, it's making a move again. I'll make a move. It's making a move. Let me get in. But it pulls back. Makes a move, 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 pulls back. The net end result is what? It's never making new highs, really. It's making lower highs. So what is that? That's a downtrend. And what's happening is you can say to yourself, every time it makes a move, it gives it back. Therefore, you don't want to be in. That's not long side. That's not front side behavior. See, it keeps giving it back. That behavior hasn't changed. So you might as well wait for that behavior to change. Why risk anything? Don't be trying to capture those, get in on any of those push-ups when you can see that 100% of the time the moves pull back and don't continue. Well, then all of a sudden, what happened here was we had the first continuation right there. Circle. Right here became front side because that broke to a higher high for the first time. And now it's on front side of the move under VWAP above gamma, which is interesting. And so now you can be long oriented. Will it transpire to anything worthwhile, like amazing? It doesn't look like it based on this prior history, but at least it's done digesting. And now it's on front side of the trade. But it is not something looking amazing. Not yet. It could happen. And since this is front side of the trade now, you could give it a try and take a swing, get at the base and take a swing because it's basically it's just about to happen. It's tightening up in this wedge here, and maybe it's going to go like this and try and test the pre-market high. So there might be one trade in there for you. Who knows? The follow through is maybe worth the risk reward. So I'm going to get in there and I'll give it a try. VRX. Yeah, just examining the volume on these. 250. Okay. I'm going to wait until we get a high volume at this point. Maybe $400,000, 500, half a mil worth of trading going into it. Well, that's the only thing I'm really going after this morning. And of course, I'm still in GME. VREX. Okay, so I'm watching right now. We're having some volume build up. 187 shares it says I should get, so I'll do 190. I'll just do 200. Get easy. And then I'm watching it to see if we can get any kind of stronger volume right now as it curves up to potentially break out. We would need to get $461,000 into, okay, it's getting close. Maybe I'll just get half here in case it doesn't work, but let's see. Let's see. Follow through. That's pretty good, I'd say. Okay, I'm gonna put an order in for half right there. See if we get follow through. I doubt it. All right, anything else this morning? Let's see. We've got NVAX and SMAR. I think that's Smart Sheets and Lulu. Come over here to NVAX. NVAX has been explosive since its last earnings. Insane, like IPO level explosive. NVAX looking really good. Hey, there was that pop on VRAX just now. Right, I'll take a third out right there. So that's actually working out. I did identify correctly a move starting to happen. All right, I'm out a third on that. Novavax, yeah, that looks amazing. Would that be for shares traders only? Because this little bit of price action, like 3 weeks, is not really enough to get the options to get liquid and settle in enough. It might be possible, but the thing is, it could all evaporate so quickly. So NVAX, anyway, that's one of them. And then Lululemon did not really make a significant pivot uh, break there, so forget about that. Smart Sheet, the volume is quite low, but it did make a pivot reversal on this earnings release, and so that could cause a nice buy up day on Smartsheet. The only thing is it looks kind of not very liquid on the share side, so I can only imagine it's terribly illiquid on the option side. So I won't be getting a position on Smartsheet because I like to get the put credit spreads. But you can do what you like, and especially if you're accustomed to trading shares. And Nano Nuclear has gone from our entries around 6 to now 8. It hit 840 in pre-market. Nano Nuclear is on the upswing. Looks like this on the daily. That's a very nice pattern. And yesterday being a triggerable entry day at 7-ish. And now we're at 8. It hit 840 pre-market. There's no guarantee this thing has to take off. It could pull back down, consolidate, could just be a spot to accumulate. All right, VRAX is moving up more, moving up some more. And we have 4 minutes and 45 seconds till the market opens. Let's see, was there anything else? Lulu and $2.5 billion company, SMTC. Let's take a look at that. It's been in a nice uptrend, 4.3% ADR stock. Breakaway pivot earnings breakout there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Back to VRAX, which is moving. Any of these points could be resistance. I guess I'll take a little piece out at 297. The next piece out at 297. All right, I'll preset that. NNE, Smart, VRAX, GME. GME's at 3180. It hit almost 33 in pre-market. I'm waiting for it to get up to 48. It looks like this on the daily. This right here is 40. Why was I thinking 48? I don't know. 40. I think 50 is a significant level, psychological level. And if it makes any kind of large move, it's going to break the top of this candle at 40. Once that breaks, yeah, 48 right under here, the close of this huge candle is likely to be tested and is a high probability to take profit area. So yeah, my plan with GME is, wait for the decent move. Take only a small profit because we got to see where this thing goes. SMTC up and over right before the opening bell, up and over this pivot point. This could easily create SMTC I'm gonna have to write it here so we can watch it. A runaway. Can have a nice green day on that. Only thing is, look how thin the volume is. Same thing with Smart. Both too thin, and so probably the options are going to be too thin. Maybe if you were putting together a 200 position portfolio, you maybe could start to be desperate enough to try and look for something thin as backup material. But wow, yeah, SMTC is really going. When we started looking at it, it was at 42. Now it's at 44.33. It's up 14.6% in pre-market. All right, market's opening in 1 minute and 45 seconds. That's only shares tradable though. SMTC and Smart, and they both seem very low liquidity. And VRAX pretty much pulled back heavy on that move. Let's see if it breaks down or continues. See if it breaks, basically if it breaks gamma, then it's just about time to get out, except this was the first time it broke WAP coming up from the bottom after being bearish. So hopefully it's turning bullish. There's a high volume moment on pullback here I could add. Give it a chance. Basically, we're just giving it a chance. I don't really expect it to work out because, it already showed its colors after the first move. But anything can happen. That's why we watch these things. 25 seconds till the market opens. And there's not much going on. I mean, what we'll try and look at is how green are things off the open. That will be helpful. All right, here we go. Ding, ding, ding. And I'm flattening out a VRAX right there. Break even. Just to start from zero. But yeah, that was a pretty significant green move. Let's see if it holds through the whole time period. Fifteen seconds until the minute is over. We're getting about a 50-50 green and red off of the open response from growth stocks. Okay, now it's turning a little bit more green sided. All right, it looks like I might have to give VRAX a try. All right. I don't like it, but it is a signal. Yeah, see, it's already pulling back on me, it looks like. Nope, flattening out. Nope, didn't like VRAX, and I don't like it. And I'm done with it. I'll keep watching it, but all right, SMMT is making some move. SMMT. Let's put that up instead of, I'll just put it up over here. And SMTC is now hitting 47 almost. SMMT look like on the daily. Okay. Just make a little further progress from yesterday. All right, GME is moving up to 32.6 right now. It just made a pretty decent spike. I'm not even sure if that's haltable. It's a pretty strong move up. GME, you can see this little thin spike right here. Like a tiny bit out on Summit, 5%. All right, the market off of the open is red, but looking at our growth stocks, interestingly enough, it's like 75% green. So that's actually pretty good. What is my 50% point on Moderna? $1.11 divided by 2 is like 56, 55 cents. All right, so I'm going to put an order in because it's getting close. 55 cents. Good to cancel. Get out there. Excuse me. Okay, I just got that summit fill. And let's go see what GME is doing. And let's keep these things up on the radar. Summit down there. GME is at 32. It's going to move around. Today can be a shorted day. So there could be some manipulation today. And if GME closes below 10% of a move, then short sale restriction will turn on instantly. And for the rest of the day, it will not be shortable, essentially. Just in layman's terms, it can be shortable, but it's just essentially that the same pressures will not be on it. And then tomorrow it will be also the same, not shortable. So today it could come under fire by people who are trying to short it and they're pushing it down. But if that results in it being down minus 10% from yesterday's close at any point, then it will turn off the ability to push it down. Looking at things here, SMTC pulling back to 45. Yeah, VRAX just looks so ugly. The market itself is sort of sideways. Let's look at it on the big, on the daily, on the big chart. Yeah, so we have this gap up. Look at that. It gapped up and then it could turn red and pull back. And that's the exact pattern we see everywhere. We have the big volume day and then we follow by a red pullback day. And typically it gap up. All right, GME just popped to 33 plus. So we're getting some solid movement on GME. And top of the growth list here is GME, up 4.9%, 5.8% from the open. And Summit. These are two things that I'm currently in. I'm in the top two stocks. So how do you do that, guys? Pay attention every day. Be there, show up every morning. Be looking at the opportunities, be getting in them. I am in everything that is good. All right, CLSK, which I think I am in that one, is in third place. Let's take a look at it. CLSK, yeah, I'm in a put credit spread on that. It's doing all right off the open this morning. Reddit, which I alerted yesterday. Who got Reddit? Check the alerts. Reddit, put credit spread, the 50-45 or the 50-47-50. Anybody get it? Anybody pick it up? It's following through, and this is an IPO. IPOs have insane power. So you might see some good results coming forward on that. Rates are dropping. That's good. Rates are dropping more. They're at 4.44. And Randy, what are you up on max profit on Reddit this morning? Because it seems to be following through. I'm guessing you're up at least 15, 20% to max profit already. That seems to be a good trade. Oh, wow. Nano Nuclear is flying. It's at 862. I have built up a position in that. And I might take profits at points that look good. Let's see. Tasty points. Yeah, this is solid third day continuation. That's really good. All right, Randy, I see. Reddit, 11. All right, almost 12% to max profit. Good deal there. Sold like 2%, 1 to 2% of nano nuclear right here. I'm not stupid. When you get gains, you need to take them. Hey, did you guys see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? Boy, was it good. Carl, do you remember the original Planet of the Apes? Boy, you got to go see the new one, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Um, in some ways, of course, it's not as good as the original because the original was so uh, profound, and you can't really have that anymore because I don't know, we're just further along, so we don't find things as profound anymore. But it's as good. It's good. It's 20th Century Fox. They own the original. They did the original. They did this one, and it's the fourth in what was a trilogy before. I think Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Battle for the Planet of the Apes, all this stuff, and but which I haven't seen all of them, but you don't need to because this is like hundreds and hundreds of years in the future from that point. It's like a civilization reset, and it was good. Like dialogue good. Obviously, the special effects were great. Story good, and it's left me wanting the next movie because some good cliffhangers at the end. I would recommend you guys go see that. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, definitely fun in the movie theater. You want it loud and big and spacious and epic. It's interesting because what they did is they turned a movie into a movie, just like we like to see, but it's not led by humans. It's about apes, and yet it's not a cartoon, and it works. It's not like Zootopia. It's uh it's like Brave. It's like if you were to be watching like Braveheart or something, but in a world of apes. I'm not saying it's that good. Braveheart's fucking, I mean, that's a masterpiece. Like Jesus. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. And I would have to say the reason why it's a lot of fun is because of the apes. It's there's a lot of characters, and those characters are really good. Like you kind of want to go home, like being an ape. It's fun to. It's definitely a fun watch. You guys go see it. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. All right, the market is moving up, amazingly enough. Remember we talked about this that this could happen, but I don't think it's going to hold. However, you never know. But see, we're getting green off of this gap open up. I think we're so close to hitting yesterday's close, which would be a pullback red, that it's most likely going to be an island top reversal here. GME struggling. It's trying. They're trying to rally it. It's moving into 33.50 at one point there. But I think it's just getting met with a lot of billionaire hedge institutionals shorting it, smacking it down. They were expecting this fight. Reddit app. Okay, I think I'm already in app. Let's see. Yeah, I've been in app for about, I don't know. Let's see, 17 days, 12 trading days, 17 days. I've been in an app and oh, I think I might have sold it yesterday. How on earth does it say it's only 33% to max profit? Look at this beautiful curl up here. And now break. I don't think that's correct. It's probably going to change soon to 50%, 60%. Whereas over on ASML, I'm up 75% to max profit. Oh yeah, that was a huge move the other day. So I'm going to try and put an order in to take some out of that. But yeah, mostly I'm going to be going after just checking out my positions. Everything that is good, I'm already in. So if you're looking for entries on things, we can look at maybe Stitch Fix. Let's see. Stitch Fix on earnings yesterday. I recommended if it's green that you could get in. Today it seems to be holding. EDS. Much. Jimmy, CLSKey, RDDT, App Hood, Coin, IoT, Samsara or something. Samsara, yeah. MSTR. MSTR continues to improve, and that's Bitcoin related. Bitcoin hitting 72,000 right now. Beautiful, just freaking pattern right there. See that Atlas pattern? It's a hand holding up the earth. Like, bam, it's about to just fly. Uh, Excellent cup and handle type of VCP base pullback, right side reclaim. It just has everything. Every traded pattern, long traded pattern is showing up on Bitcoin here. It's going to really explode. 80,000 is an easy foregone conclusion in days. But I'm already in MSTR, I think. Yeah, I'm already in it. Up 70% to max profit. Take some profits on that. So, all right, I'm gonna have some coffee and start to wake up. But we're orientated. I'll see you back in the group. Thank you, everybody. Trade smarter, trade safer. See you back in the group.